I have been on Nofap for 500 days. One of the key factors to help me reach longevity when it comes to not masturbating was the use of pornography for me becoming lower and lower throughout the time period. I'm creating this video to spread awareness. Everybody needs to watch this video and come to the fact that pornography is bad for you. It can affect you physically. Watching porn associated with male brain shrinkage. Porn makes your brain smaller, and it can affect you mentally. You're going to realize that you're going to have a difficulty being mentally aroused, which will cause you to have a difficulty being physically aroused. You won't get up. You won't get up. If you are watching this video right now, you need to stop the porn and start the Nofap. Let's get into the video. Hey, let the beat roll a little bit. Hey. What's good, family? It's your boy, Rami Fushami in the cut. Back at it again with another video. How y'all doing today? I'm doing good. You wanna know why I'm doing good? Because it is time for me to put y'all on game. Everybody has been in my messages. A lot of people has been asking me, how are you so successful on Nofap? Now this is where I tell y'all how I've been so successful on Nofap. Before that, I just want to tell y'all about it. I have been on Nofap for over 500 days. It has been 17 months since I last beat my meat. One of the key aspects was taking out all of the distractions. One of the major distractions that causes young men like me, probably like you watching this video, was pornography, was porn. It's easy to access it. It's free. Well, most of it is free. If you find the right porn video, then it's definitely gonna get you bussing. What you guys need to understand is that pornography is only making you become less of a man that you have to be in order to survive in this world. You can base it off religion. You can base it off of spirituality. It doesn't matter. Either way, people are going to tell you that pornography is bad for you and that chasing lust is not the way to go. I'm going to be very serious in this video because when you watch this, you need to understand that you have to be aware of your sexual desires and you have to be in control. I want to talk to you about why you should stop watching porn right now and get into Nofap. Like I said in the intro, porn can affect you physically and mentally. One of the ways that your brain tackles both of those things is by affecting your brain. Yes, porn can affect your brain. Let me tell you how. I have my research right here. I always got to tell y'all the facts. It says right here in the title of this article, watching porn associated with male brain shrinkage. Porn makes your brain smaller. Let's read into it. It says right here in this article, in a small study, MRI scans found that men who watched the most pornography had less gray matter, complex brain tissue, compared to men that watched it the least. It found a weak to moderate correlation between the number of hours of porn viewed a week and smaller to less active areas of the brain associated with reward and sexual stimulation in men. It has been proven that porn makes your brain smaller. But looking into the more mental aspect, I want to talk about two major cons that porn can have when it comes to you mentally. The first con is unrealistic expectations. One thing that you have to understand, this is mainly for my virgins here. When it comes to pornography in the real world, they are not the same. These porn stars are actors and actresses. When you see them portraying the sexual act, they're not having the legitimate intimacy and they're not showing legitimate scenes, if you know what I'm saying. Sexual intercourse is one of the best practices that you can have with somebody in order to gain a connection with them. When you're watching porn, you need to realize that those two porn stars that you're watching are not having an actual connection. It's all for entertainment, and that is not what sexual practice is about. Also, let's talk about something that it's kind of funny, but it's true. The girls in these porn videos don't look like your average girl. A lot of them have super big, yitties and super big booties. You're not going to find that just in every single setting that you're in. You have to understand that that's not the realistic stature of a woman that you see in those porn videos. This is for my virgins. This is still for my virgins. Well, mainly for my virgins. When you go into a sexual situation with a girl that doesn't look like that porn star, you're going to realize that you're going to have a difficulty being mentally aroused, which will cause you to have a difficulty being physically aroused. You won't get up. You won't get up. You have to understand, what I don't want you to do in sexual practice is close your eyes while you're doing it and think of your favorite porn star. I've seen people say it all the time on Twitter, but come on, man, that's low. What I want you to do is face away from porn and get into the real world. Speaking of that, another reason why you should stop watching porn is because it's destroying your social life. You could play basketball with your friends, you could be on the game with your friends, you could have a conversation with your friends, but no, what you're doing is hiding yourself in your bedroom, in your closet, in your bathroom, and beating your meat. And you're wondering why you have no friends. I don't even got to explain further. Now that I talked about why you should stop watching porn, I want to talk about how you can avoid watching porn. There are two ways that I want to express. Number one is to start Nofap, and number two is to find a hobby. Let's talk about number one first, since that's kind of like the whole aspect of the video. Nofap is pretty much not masturbating, not beating your meat, making it as simple as possible. Nofap is when you stop beating your meat for a long period of time. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's going to be very hard at first, but the more you get into it, the more research you do, and the less you stray away from porn, the easier it would be. People always ask me, how long did it take for you for the urges to stop being so big to where you want to actually, do it? As long as you focus on your diet, as long as you work out a little, as long as you hydrate yourself good enough, and as long as you stray away from porn, around, I'm gonna say a month doing Nofap, the urges will be so minimal that you'll be able to do it longer. Now, there has been instances like Jordan Green right here that people have went into a long journey just to stop, but for the average person, I'm gonna give you about 30 days of just straying from porn and focusing on not beating your meat, and it'll just become a second nature to you. Not beating your meat will cause you to stop focusing on the sexual part of life or lust and start focusing on the non-sexual parts of life. That's something that I'm gonna get into in another video though. Maybe even the next video. If you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, then yeah, I'll get that video out for you ASAP. ASAP. Alright. Now, let's get into the second one. You need to find a hobby. Like I said earlier, playing basketball, getting on the game, learning how to play an instrument, things like that. One of the main ways that you can stop watching porn is using the time that you use to watch porn for another thing. Pretty much, you're using a distraction to distract yourself from the distraction. But yeah, pretty much A lot of people spend time watching porn from like between 5 minutes to like a good 2 hours. Let's be honest here. You can find a hobby that lasts 5 minutes, and you can find a hobby that lasts 2 hours. You can find a hobby that lasts anything between that. All right. Just make sure that what you're doing is productive and improving yourself mentally, like, I don't know, having a Rubik's Cube or something, and improving yourself physically, like exercising, working out, meditation, like I said, playing basketball, things like that. Stop watching porn. Start doing Nofap. Start placing your values on other things. Stop placing your values down here. Stop thinking down here and start thinking up here. Stop making decisions with this and start making decisions with this and with this. Promise you, your life will prosper. Focusing on porn will only cause you to go nowhere but downhill. Unless you're making money from being a porn star, then I'm not trying to, do your thing. But let's be serious here. Putting a mindset on lust is not good. You need to put your mindset on self-improvement and, for some people, getting right with God. God don't like lust. When it comes to a religious standpoint and a spiritual standpoint, either way, lust is always deemed as bad. With that being said, just stop watching porn, man. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe.